The thing to notice is that as we go around the sun, the tilt of the Earth's axis stays in the same direction. So it looks something like this. Whoop, all the way around. When the Earth is in this position, the top half of the planet, that's what we call the northern hemisphere, is leaning towards the sun, and it's summer. I live in England, so that's just there, and when the Earth is in this position, it's summer here. However, when we've travelled for another half a year, the top half of the planet is leaning away from the sun, and it's winter here in the northern hemisphere. And in the southern hemisphere, it's summer. And if I complete the Earth's orbit, another 6 months later, we're back to where we started. But here's the thing, it's not summer like this because the top bit is closer to the sun. It's actually to do with the angle that the sun's rays hit the surface. Imagine this torch is the sun. When it shines directly onto the Earth from directly above the surface, you can see it makes a nice compact circle of light. But when we shine it a bit higher up, where the surface curves away, can you see how it changes? The circle gets stretched out into an oval shape, an ellipse, and even though the same amount of light is coming from the torch, it's now spread out over a larger area. That's exactly what happens with the light from the sun. Remember that in the summer, the tilt of the Earth means that the northern hemisphere is pointing towards the sun, which means that hemisphere gets more of that concentrated light and heat, making the hot temperatures of summer. At the same time, the southern hemisphere curves away from the sun, so any light hitting it is really spread out and it can't heat up as much. It's dim and cold. It's time for winter.